Hey, builder, let's have a real talk. You can totally spot when someone's moving up from middle class to real wealth. It's not just about having a fat bank account. Nope, it's like flipping your entire life plan upside down and rewriting the rules. So today, let's dive into 10 super clear signs that you're not just getting by anymore. You're stepping into a whole new league. Welcome to your building a million moment. First up, you've got cash just sitting there and it's got nothing to do. You've already built your safety net. Your emergency fund is locked down and your investments are doing their thing. Now, when extra money comes in, it's just chilling, waiting for you to decide what big move to make next. That's a huge sign you're stepping into wealth territory. Another major shift? You feel no pressure. You know those moments when an amazing opportunity shows up. Maybe a new business idea or an investment chance. Most people panic because they don't have the cash or the flexibility to jump on it. But you're calm, cool, and ready. You build a foundation that lets you grab opportunities without freaking out. That's real power. Now, here's a next level moment. You're making more money from your investments than from your actual job. Yep, real estate, stocks, or even a side hustle you built start bringing in cash while you're sleeping. This is a massive turning point because you're no longer trading your time for money. Your money is working harder than you ever could. And that's when financial freedom goes from someday to right now. Imagine waking up and realizing you don't have to work today. You choose to. That's real independence. You're no longer living paycheck to paycheck or stressing every time a bill comes in. In fact, money itself stops being this huge emotional trigger. You're not scared of losing it, and you're not obsessing over every penny either. You see it for what it really is, a tool, something you control, not something that controls you. When you hit this stage, you're not just surviving, you're building a life where you get to call the shots. And that's exactly what separates the wealthy from the middle class. Ready to keep building? Let's go. All right, let's break this down super simple. Imagine you stop seeing money as something scary you always have to chase, and instead, you see it like a tool. Kind of like a hammer you use to build cool stuff. When you're stuck in a middle-class mindset, money feels like a daily battle. Paying bills, saving a little, hoping it stretches until next payday. But when you start building real wealth, something amazing happens. You stop letting money boss you around. You're the boss now. It's not about barely surviving anymore. It's about making smart moves that help you grow stronger and more stable. That change brings this crazy feeling of calm. You're not panicking over every dollar. You're planning, you're in charge, and it feels good. That peace, that's one of the biggest hidden treasures of becoming wealthy. Now here's another secret. Rich people treat time like gold. In the beginning, everybody trades hours for dollars. You work, you get paid. But once you understand the real game, you realize time is the most precious thing you have. It's not about squeezing in more work. It's about using your time smartly. Wealthy people look for ways to make their hours count more. Maybe they hire help. Maybe they set up businesses that run without them. Or maybe they just focus only on the things that really matter. Every choice they make is about protecting their time and using it to create even more amazing things. It's a total life upgrade, not just about making more money, but about living smarter, happier, and with way more freedom. When you get that time is more valuable than money, that's when you know you're not just middle class anymore. You're building a life most people only dream about. Let's make it super easy to get. When you first start handling money, every decision feels like a huge, scary gamble. You second guess yourself a lot, ask a bunch of people for advice, and still wonder if you're doing it wrong. It's totally normal. But as you start building real wealth, something really cool happens. You get smarter with money. You've already made mistakes. You've seen what works and what doesn't, and now you're way better at making choices. You trust yourself more. You don't freeze up or freak out every time you need to make a financial move. You're confident, cool, and in control. And honestly, you can tell a lot about someone just by how relaxed they are when they talk about money. That comfort comes from experience, and it's a huge clue that you're moving from just getting by to actually thriving. And here's another game changer. You start working more for you and less for everyone else. Think about it. Most people in the middle class are building someone else's dream. You clock in, you do the job, you help a company grow, but it's not really yours. But when you start moving into wealth, you flip that around. You start putting your energy into your ideas, your businesses, your projects. You're not just taking orders anymore. You're the one giving them. You're calling the shots, choosing what you work on, and shaping your future exactly how you want it. That shift isn't just about making more money. It's about feeling proud, excited, and free every single day. You're not just a piece of the puzzle anymore. You're the one building the whole picture. Before we move on, don't forget to smash that like button. That way, YouTube will keep showing you our content, and we can keep helping you on your journey to wealth. Now, let's get back to it. All right, picture this. There's a whole different kind of happiness that comes when you build something with your own two hands. It's not just about making money. It's about watching your ideas and hard work turn into something real that you could be proud of. That feeling? It's priceless. And as you start moving from middle class to real wealth, something else happens too. The way you make choices about your life totally changes. You stop picking things just because they look fancy or impressive. Instead, you choose what actually makes you happy and healthy long term. Maybe you pick a house that's cozy and peaceful instead of the one that just looks the most expensive. Maybe you start buying things that last, that feel good to own, not just stuff that shows off. It's like you start thinking about your life as a whole picture, not just a day, but far, far into the future. And guess what? You also start valuing experiences way more than just stacking up more stuff. Instead of buying another gadget or another flashy outfit, you might book a trip to a place you've always dreamed about. You might take classes to learn something exciting or invest time in hobbies that make you feel alive. This shift shows you get what real wealth means. It's not just a pile of cash. It's about living a life that's rich with memories, strong health, and personal growth. You're using your money smartly, not to impress strangers, but to build a life that truly matches who you are inside. And here's the biggest twist. Your idea of long-term changes too. You're no longer thinking just about the next year or two. You're planning for decades ahead. It's not about quick wins anymore. It's about building something amazing that will last a lifetime and beyond. Let's talk about something super powerful. When you start winning with money, your whole idea of time changes too. In the beginning, it's hard to trust the process because you haven't seen results yet. But once you build some assets like investments or businesses and watch them grow over the years, you know what time can do when you use it wisely. Now, you don't have to rush or make panic choices anymore. You have the patience to make smart moves that really matter. It's like planting a tree. You're not worried because you know it'll grow strong with time. You can put your money, energy, and focus into projects that will pay off decades from now because you're not desperate for quick wins anymore. You've got stability on your side, and that changes everything about the way you play the game. Another huge shift? Your network. In the middle-class world, a network usually means friends you hang out with after work, grabbing a coffee, talking about the weekend. But when you're building real wealth, your network transforms into a powerhouse of people who are smart, skilled, and well-connected. These are the people who can open doors, fast-track your ideas, and help you build faster and bigger. It's not about having tons of friends. It's about having the right people around you. And honestly, that's how the real world works. Money matters, sure, but relationships are what decide how far and how fast you go. The better your circle, the bigger your opportunities. Finally, here's one more important change. You start taking your health super seriously. When you have money, you realize your mind and body are your real treasures, not just your bank account. So you start treating them like VIPs. You work out because you want to feel strong and energized. You eat better because you want to stay sharp and live longer. You might even spend money on a personal trainer, healthier food, or a relaxing wellness retreat. And not because you have to, but because you want to. It's not about looking good for other people. It's about being your absolute best inside and out, so you can keep building, living, and enjoying this amazing life you're creating. All right, let's make this crystal clear. Having money gives you the tools to take better care of your health, but the real magic happens when you actually choose to do it. When you start making your well-being a top priority, it shows that you're not just getting richer with dollars. You're getting richer in the way you live. You realize that no amount of money matters if you're not healthy enough to enjoy it. So you start making smarter choices, hitting the gym, eating food that fuel you, and getting enough sleep. It's about playing the long game, making sure your body and mind are strong enough to help you chase your biggest dreams. That shift is huge. It proves you're not just stacking cash. You're building a life that feels amazing every single day. And hey, because you stuck around till the end, here's a little bonus truth bomb for you. One of the biggest superpowers you gain on this journey is self-discipline. Think of motivation like a cool breeze. It feels good, it gets you moving, but it doesn't last forever. Discipline, though, that's your engine. It keeps you going long after the excitement fades. Real talk. We've never seen a single person build something amazing by relying only on motivation. Motivation is too random. It's here 1 minute and gone the next. Watching one inspiring video won't magically make you hit the gym every day for a year. That only happens when you build the muscle of self-discipline. And here's the best part. When discipline becomes automatic, like brushing your teeth or tying your shoes, that's when you know you're truly leveling up. You're not just dreaming about a better life. You're living it every single day. Thanks for hanging out today, Builder. Keep pushing, keep building, and we'll see you next time. Take care.